I'm Ben with the BTC Sessions, and this is your Bullish Bit, brought to you by bitrefill.com, your one-stop shop to live on Bitcoin and Lightning. They've got all the best gift cards, things like Amazon, Apple, Best Buy, Airbnb, Uber, and much more. You can even do hotel bookings, you can do all of your travel, and you can now grab prepaid MasterCards as long as you have a US address that you can input. Check them out today, bitrefill.com. Links are down below to sign up now.
I sent out a newsletter earlier this week, and I was trying something different, and it was like, okay, I really love to do these profiles on Bitcoiners or just people whose life is changing with Bitcoin, but they're a lot of work, and I've been taking some time off to think about the podcast and the newsletter, but I have this itch to write, so I'm just going to share these articles that I found interesting. And one of them was, I think, Mackenzie from CNBC published an article called, I have it written down, it's called Bitcoin is Poised to Blow Up Africa's $6 billion banking system. Now, well, that's really interesting, because that's really such a powerful headline. And I remember also just seeing in Forbes, a few of just these different articles coming up, and they're about, I'm going to read them because I wrote them down. Regardless of price, Bitcoin is a lifeline for African refugees. That one was written by Farida Naburema, who is a human rights activist. And then the other articles from Forbes is the Nigerian election and Naira crisis are fueling Bitcoin adoption by Abu Bakar, Bitcoin developer, and then how Africans are using Bitcoin without internet access. And I'm like, this is so interesting, because I remember going to Forbes a year ago trying to learn about Bitcoin, and it was just, no offense, not very exciting content. Mm-hmm. And it was very much XRP, Ethereum, the price, and they didn't post it often. But now for the month of March, you're seeing still that kind of content, but now more how Bitcoin is changing the global South in Africa. And they're also going into the banking crisis and trying to explain what's going on there. They even had an article called, If Crypto Keeps Up Its Momentum, More People Will Be Interested in Pivoting Their Careers Towards the Space. So I think that's mind-blowing that they're kind of shifting a little bit and kind of exposing the fiat system and the banking system, while also talking about Bitcoin as money and not an investable asset, and how it's changing people's lives. And it's not a scam, but it's life-giving, and it gives you opportunities. And then also talking about job opportunities in the space. So if you're a Forbes reader and you're going there, you will notice that there's a shift in content and in the narrative around Bitcoin. And I think that's fascinating. It kind of begs the question, why is this shift happening? I'm trying to think about it. Could it be that, I don't know, they hired somebody in the management team or the editorial team and they're a Bitcoiner, or maybe, I don't know, their numbers are down, their views and revenue are down. So they're trying to think, how do we talk more uniquely about this space? Or maybe they're like, oh my God, this thing isn't dying. We better get on board.
Yeah.
It's really, I find that so fascinating that this change is happening within the last month. And I'm really curious to see where it goes for the rest of the year. And, I think smaller media outlets will follow suit if they continue down this path. And I think that's huge. And that's going to open people's eyes to the actual power of Bitcoin.